Hello everyone, I'm Kana Taku. Today, I want to do the level 14 of this book about how to write more scholarly papers in English. The goal of level 14 is to decide whether I want to publish the paper as a solo author or with somebody else. In order to decide it, I have to think about lots of different things. So let's get started. First, to decide, so I'm going to decide, do I want to publish the paper as a solo author, just myself, or with someone? I know, everybody probably has to think about their own working style. But for me, I have two major reasons why sometimes my paper gets delayed. Number one, it is because it's just my personality. I tend to double check if we are on that same page with all of my co-authors. It doesn't have to be all my co-authors, but I tend to check hey, so-and-so, so far I have this outline. Does it look okay? I got this main results. Does this look okay? What do you think? I try to check all the time, which is probably annoying. And then of course, if I check, they have to check too. Then, now I have to wait until I hear back from them. So it takes time. So this is just kind of one of my personality traits that I have to really remind myself that I don't want to do it. Number two, I tend to wait. I don't know, maybe because I'm not really a patient person, but because of probably my responsibility, or feel like once I ask them to be a co-author, I feel like I just gotta wait. So if I ask them, could you check my manuscript? And if they said, sure, I'm happy to, but I'm busy next week. I can get back to you maybe within a month. Then I just feel like, okay, I'll wait. And then I'll wait, and it takes time. So I tend to just wait and wait. So these are when I look back my old days, I think these are the two major reasons why some of my papers got delayed. I don't want that to happen anymore. So now, recently, whenever I decide my co-authors, I use mainly four kind of my own personal guidelines, so to speak. Number one is I choose co-authors because they already helped me. Because I know without them, I could not make this outline, because I already made the outline. So make outline or choose this particular finding result. So what I'm trying to say is, in the earlier levels, I already chose the primary results. I already made an outline. So when I look back, if I know a few people who made significant contributions for me to get these results, then of course I have to ask them to be my co-authors, because without them, I couldn't reach where I am now about this particular paper. Not about my career or anything, but for this particular paper, I needed these people to find these results or make this kind of outline. So of course, that's my first criteria. The second criteria would be, I kind of have to trust them to know that they will check, if not write, my paper. Because whenever I ask them, I already assume that I am going to write the paper from the beginning to the end. Because maybe early, say 10 years ago, I sometimes ask them and say oh, I'm going to be the first author, but you're going to be the second author. As a second author, do you mind writing the discussion section? Or as a second author, do you mind writing, say, method section? I did that before, but if I did that, then what if they get delayed? What if something happened to them? Then they just got, no, I'm sorry, I mean to do it, but I'm still not doing it because something else is more important, obviously. So it takes time. Then I probably already wrote an outline and I have everything, and yet now waiting, right? So that's why because I don't want to experience that kind of delay anymore. That's why now, like anytime when I become the first author or leading author, then I know I'm just going to write from the beginning to the end. That's why my expectations for these co-authors are that they will check, at least they will check my paper, just even 1 minute, like they will open my file. Let's say this, they will open my file and check it. That's it. Check my paper. They may write, they may make edits. That's fantastic, but not everybody does that, and then that's okay. I don't expect that much because I already know they made significant contributions already up to this moment. And then that's kind of the criteria I use to choose the authors, not because I believe they can make significant contributions for the near future. I don't really have that expectations anymore. They already helped me, and that's kind of the criteria that I'm using. So number 1, number 2, and then number 3, they have to agree. Definitely, they have to agree and confirm my final paper. I mean, that's just the guidelines from the actually publisher or journals. They want all of the co-authors to click, agree, like conflict of interest, all of those things. That all of the co-authors at least have to go to the website and check. So I have to trust them that they are capable of doing it. So they have to agree and then confirm my final paper. If I feel like they can do it, then it's good. And then the last one is, it may sound odd, but whenever I choose, I just feel like when I die, because I may die tomorrow, right? So when I die, someone may ask my co-authors about this paper. So I want to choose. I don't want to choose. That's the correct way to say it. So I don't want to choose a person who might say, no idea. Then that's a problem. So as a co-author, I want them to know at least outline what this paper is about, who I am. I want them to know. So that's why if they don't really know about it, I don't think they deserve it, right? So that's why these are the 4 kind of guidelines that I use myself. And then if I think about my co-authors, oh yeah, they'll do it, then bam, I usually ask them. Whenever I ask them, I don't make too long emails, but I still do that though. So that's also here. Maybe just put it here. I tend to write a long email, which is, I'm sure, super annoying. So I try not to do it. So these are kind of silly things that I try to kind of be really mindful because that's my personality. So I tend to write a long email. I'm sure annoying. That's why I don't want to do it anymore. So that's why whenever I ask them, so I'm gonna say like, hi, like my student or my colleagues or collaborators, somebody. I just say, hey, and say like, say starting with just kind of like remind them regarding the data we collected last year. I've been working on it, analyzing. I've been analyzing and working on the paper. When let's kind of just try to like explain a little bit the main results I found for just explain just very briefly. And I'm hoping to publish this to the journal of those are some of the journals that I already identified in the previous levels. So I'm just kind of like give them a little bit of idea. And I'm wondering if you would be interested in joining me as the second author. Or something like that. Let me know. It'll be great. If you could get back to me within 7 days, then thanks. Something like that. And then it happens, after 7 days, I still don't hear from them. Sometimes it happens, some people, like most people, pretty good at emailing, but some people take time, say like, hi, da, 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 da. This is a friendly reminder. That's probably annoying, huh? But I don't want to wait too long, like top 2 weeks. That's kind of like my criteria, like 2 weeks, that's it. So, hey there, as I emailed you last week, I still believe, I'm still hoping, let's do that. I'm still hoping you could join me as my second author because without your ideas, I could not come up with this kind of data analysis. I would love to work with you. Could you let me know if you'd be interested? But you know what? At this moment, because I'm already waiting a week, so I should have already a manuscript, first draft. So I'm still hoping you could join me. Come to data analysis. Let me say, in fact, I just finished my first draft. So let me attach that. I'd like to work with you. Could you let me know if you'd be interested in joining me? And then I'll just ask. Then I'm just going to say, like, I'm planning to submit, say, within a week. Within a week, that's not. I'm planning to submit, say, like, right now, like today, it is July 2nd. So let's say I'm planning to submit, I don't know, July 10th, something like that. Then if I don't hear from them, then I just give up. I drop the ball and I just going to submit. No? And then if after I submit, what if that person just gets back to me? Then I will say, too bad, but I can work on another paper and then say like, oh, for this one, I already submitted, but maybe the next paper we can work together. And then I'm just not too worried about it. So that's kind of like my strategy, but everybody has different strategies. And I feel like when I was a grad student, I didn't know really write many papers, so I can't really use my own experiences. But at least during my early career, I think I was concerned probably more about like the order of the authorship. But now it probably didn't matter when I look back. Like there are no differences between, for example, like third or fourth or fifth, like most of the time, if this is your paper, then as long as you are the first author, that's all it matters. And then everybody else, I mean, that still helps, So that's why for now, like, I don't know why early days, I now don't even remember why I was so concerned, like 10 years ago, but now not so much anymore. And whenever I have a chance, I don't want to do it like solo author anymore. I always wanted to like ask somebody else to join me because the more people, more merrier, definitely, like because more ideas, and usually they catch something that I can't catch. So that's why I enjoy working with somebody else. That's why I ask them to be the co-authors. So after I finish recording this YouTube video, I'm going to email them, and then my level 14 will be complete. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you at the level 15. Bye. Have a good weekend.